I'm going to introduce the next speaker. And our next speaker believes that future of work isn't about compelling or competing with AI. It is about rediscovering what makes us beautiful humans. Please welcome Dane Tang, Dane Tang, Future of Work Strategist, Executive Coach, and founder of Design Futures, where she helps leaders and organizations stay relevant, resilient, and future ready in the age of AI. She has over 25 years of leadership experience across global brands like Shell, L'Oreal, Johnson& Johnson, LVMH. She also brings a rare blend of business strategy, human insights, and real-world leadership credibility. So please join us welcoming Dane Tang with her session, The Human Advantage, Building Future-Ready Leaders in the Age of AI.
Thank you very much, Nick, for your very energetic introduction. Good morning to all the HR, L&D leaders and fellow speakers. I'm Dane, and today I will demonstrate how the human advantage system can help your organization build future-ready leaders in the age of AI. To get us rolling, please type in the chat one word or one concern that comes to mind when you think of our future of work in the age of AI. Okay, while you're typing, let me share a quick story. So last week, I got a text at 10:47 p.m. from a senior VP that I've known for 15 years. We'll just call him Michael. So Michael is 52 years old. He spent 26 years with his company, and he is highly respected. So Michael wrote in his text, Dane, I just watched a junior analyst using ChatGPT do in half an hour what I used to take me 2 weeks. The CEO was very impressed. But all that I can think of is how can I still stay relevant? How do I add value now? Who have ever felt this way before? Please type in the chat, me, that you're wondering how to stay relevant, how to add value now. Yeah, thank you. So, and this exactly described what a lot of executives and leaders are feeling nowadays with the disruptions in AI. In fact, across Singapore and globally, HR and L&D teams are facing 3 escalating realities. The first one, like we taught, the leaders are feeling overwhelmed and underprepared. Gallup says that 70% of the engagement actually lies with your immediate experience with your managers. Yet, Gartner surveyed that 82% of our leaders were never trained to lead people. They were only trained on tasks. The second reality, the culture cracks are widening. MIT shows that toxic culture is 10 times more predictive of attrition than pay. Conversely, Harvard Business Review tells us high trust culture actually can perform 47 better. Yes, did I hear a question? Okay, I'll go on. And the third reality that's facing the L&D is that the well-being is collapsing quietly. AIA and PwC survey shows that 7 in 10 workers in Singapore are reporting showing burnout symptoms. And Work Institute found that burnout alone actually can drive 2.6 times higher resignations. These are not just isolated issues. I'm curious, which of these are your biggest concern? You can type in the chat, 1, 2, or 3. In fact, one CHRO from a global luxury brand said this to me recently. He said, our people are not afraid of AI. They're afraid that their people, their leaders cannot keep up with the speed of change. This actually captures what most HR leaders are feeling today. The organization is investing a lot in the tech tools, AI, digital transformation, but yet the people are feeling leaving behind. They felt left behind, not relevant, and they're not ready to take the organizations through the disruption. This is not a skill gap. This is actually a human capability gap. And here's the hard truth. Even if you are not doing anything today, you're already paying a price for it. Why do I say that? Because Poor leadership actually leads to low performance and people quitting. Fragmented culture and misalignment leads to disengagement of people. It ends up at costing us 25% more productivity and lower innovations. And lastly, burnt out, resulting in people quiet quitting and resignations. This is costing our SG employers between 4 to 12,000 per employee per year. These are the hidden costs that most organizations do not calculate, but yet they are feeling the pain every single day. Then there is another tension that is faced by our L&D leaders, because technology is moving faster than what human can adapt. Microsoft found that only 14% of employees feel confident of keeping up, which means to say 86% of our employees are not confident of catching up with what's happening around us. PwC reports that 79% of CEOs are saying that actually with the AI disruption, human skills are now matters much more than AI skill. And Gartner also confirmed that 68% of the HR leaders believe that our managers today lack the human capabilities required for the AI generations. So here's the thing. AI can help us to do a lot of tasks, but it is our human capability that will decide who stays relevant. This is where I come in. I have 25 years of global leadership experience with MNCs such as Shell, LVMH, Johnson & Johnson's, L'Oreal, Burger King, DFS, etc. Today, I help leaders to stay ahead in the future of work by mastering human skills in how they lead, connect, and thrive. I'm also a certified ICF PCC coach, appointed leadership coach for Singapore Leaders Network, LinkedIn Top Voice, as well as certified in systemic team coaching, design thinking, life design, and mental wellness. I've also worked with clients from around the world, from MNC, tech, consumer, F&B, and many luxury brands. Locally, I've also partnered with local government agencies and many institutes of higher learning. From my 25 years of leadership experience and working with leaders globally, this is what I'm seeing. I've been through a few waves of disruptions already. The internet, the mobile, cloud computing, and now with AI. Each time people will always ask me, will this replace me? How do I stay relevant? And each time, this is what I've learned. Technology will definitely change the way we work, but it is our unique human skills that will keep us relevant. I coach hundreds of executives navigating through this change right now. So this is what's going to happen really soon. In another 1 or 2 years, everybody will have access to the same technologies and tools. Your competitors, your team, everyone. So when that happens, the technology will become the baseline. Just like 20 years ago, if you think of Excel, PowerPoint, if you know them, you're ahead of the curve. Today, it's just hygiene. They're expected. The same will become today's AI tool, like ChatGPT or this. So what will become the differentiator? It is the human using these AI tools. And the future actually belongs to the deeply human leaders, because while AI is great, it can help us to automate a lot of tasks. It's good at speed, calculations, power, scaling, etc. But it cannot also do a lot of things that only human can. For example, building trust, sensing context, make wise decisions, discernment, building psychology, safety, inspiring people, aligning people, creating with meaning. If you agree with me, please type yes in the chat. So here's what's important. There is a two-pronged strategy that every L&D should take right now to unlock the AI challenge. And it comes in two parts. First, we must partner with AI, not compete with AI. The L&D needs to ensure that our people collaborate with AI to accelerate and amplify what we do best. The second part to the strategy, And this is the part that most people miss. The L&D team needs to ensure that our people, our leader, sharpen the human skills that technology cannot replace. The things that human can do better, such as empathy, creativity, adaptive thinking. Sorry, the slide keep moving. Apologies for that. And that gap between what technology can do and what human can do better is what I call the human advantage. And this is where your team needs to be trained and succeed in. And this will become your competitive edge in the future of work. Let me move on to the solution to drive the organization performance. I call it the human advantage system. The human capability isn't just one thing. It is actually the entire system. And let me demonstrate how this framework can scale across your organization. There are three pillars to give your organization this advantage in the future of work. First, the leadership. How your people lead in the future of work. This includes the human leadership skills such as empathy, wisdom, creativity. The second pillar is around culture. How your team connect in the organizations. We will work with you on alignment, collaborations, and inclusions. The third pillar is on well-being. How your employees thrive through the change and challenges. And we are working on work-life integrations, building resilience and vitality. Together, the human advantage system is what will help your organization thrive in the future of work with lead, connect, and thrive. You see, people change from inside out. The human advantage system covers all three aspects of leadership. In the innermost circle, we have the self-leadership. How you thrive directly affect your well-being, your resilience, your vitality, and your performance. Then we have the middle circle, which is around leading teams, team leadership, how leaders lead others and develop human leadership skills like empathy, creativity, and wisdom. And lastly, in the outermost circle, we have the organization leadership. How leaders lead teams of teams or multiple teams, how they connect with each other and build a culture of trust, alignment, and collaborations, as well as psychology safety. This is a total blueprint of changing behavior and sustainable performance. And with this system, your leaders will actually go from being very task-oriented to become human-centric leader. The culture in your organizations will go from very fragmented, very guarded team, isolated team, to aligned, trusting team with high psychology safety. And lastly, the well-being of the organization and the people, from burnt out, exhausted employees to resilience, energized contributor that has high well-being. Most organizations actually treat all these three pillars into separate programs, but the truth is they are all interconnected, deeply connected. So we can't really work on each of them in isolations, which is why the human advantage system helps you to build capability throughout. And that's why this system works, and that's why it sticks. And now let us take a look at the implementation. So if the human advantage system roadmap takes over, you can implement it over 3 to 6 months period. Kickstarts with a 2 days workshop and then powered by a series of gamified AI assisted learning, adaptive to your learner's profile and organization need. There's also peer learning circles supported by either one-to-one or team coaching, as well as leadership lab and business simulations. There's also other ways that we can partner together besides rolling out the human advantage system. There's also coaching services, be it one-to-one leadership coaching, team coaching, or I can help to facilitate peer coaching among your teams. You can also engage us for speaking services, keynote, lunch talk, and master classes. And if you work on the human advantage implementations, your team will deliver transformations results guaranteed. And here are some global evidence. McKinsey reports that companies that invest in human leadership capability results in 3.2 times higher productivity. Harvard Business Review found that if you create a high trust culture, the team end up with 47% higher in terms of performance. Deloitte conclude that employees who feel supported in well-being are 3 times more likely to stay with the organizations, and it's 31% more productivity. So capability transformation is not just nice to have, it is a performance strategy. Remember, Michael, the text that I got at 10:47 p.m. So I wrote back. I say, Michael, you are still relevant. The gap between what technology can do and what you can do better, that's your human advantage. Your next step, I welcome you to connect with me for a free human advantage diagnostic. You can connect with me either on LinkedIn or DM me for a free strategy sessions. You get the free human advantage diagnostic on your current organization's capability, the gaps and opportunity. This will be the first step in us building a truly future organizations for you. I look forward to partner with you in building future-ready leaders for your organizations. Thank you.